Okay. Hello. I hope you guys are doing well. We are live on Instagram. We are live on YouTube. We are live on all the things. I just want to make sure that everything on YouTube is good to go so I can see you guys because I'm double screening right now. Okay. We are good. So, how are you guys? Hey, Luke. Hello. Hey, Erica. Hello. Hey Ray. So I wanted to come on here and do a live. This has been something that's been in the back of my head to do because I've been getting just curiosity really about the retreats, and I haven't really talked about it. I've been posting about it on my Instagram. I've been posting about it in YouTube, but I just want to sit down and have a conversation with you guys. So, as I'm talking to you, just let me know. You feel free to chat in the comments and let me know where you're tuning in from. Let me know just like where you're at. How's your day? Let's start there. How are you feeling? I actually just got out of holding space for a ceremony, a medicine ceremony this afternoon. And I thought what a big full circle it is for me to now do a live information call-y thing, hangout. I don't even know what to call it with you guys. So yeah, let me know in the comments where you guys are tuning in from. If this is your first time of us meeting, hello, welcome to the space. Welcome to this little space in the internets. And my intention really is to connect with you and to bring a remembering. That's really what my intention is, a remembering through the spirits of the earth, the plants, the connection through community. That's really my intention, is to bring a remembering for yourself. Texas in the house. Awesome. So yeah, let me know guys where you're tuning in from in the comments. But I just think that's my biggest intention. I'm a medicine woman. That's my main thing that I tune into and what I love to hold space for. Orlando, another Clarissa Instagram. I love it. And I work with shamanic arts. I do so many different layers of healing from so many different lineages. And again, just my intention is to bring remembering, and that can be in whatever way, depending on the intention of the space held. Um, I'm also a Reiki master in Sakin and also Yasui Reiki. So for those who are curious, those are all about me. Want to learn about you? Let me know what you guys are, what you're up to, where you're from. Please, please, please. I would love Reiki healing. Amazing. I don't really do Reiki healing much, but I'll go into all this because these are the questions I love. So thanks, Luke, for asking this. So the intention of this space with you guys is really just to share with you information. And honestly, when it comes down to it, if it's like, I hope that this inspires you to go to community for support. I think more than ever, the messages as to why I'm focusing so heavily on community and where you're going to see this more online and offline is because more and more, even though everything is back to normal, a lot of us are still healing so much. A lot of us have still been affected so much emotionally, energetically. And I've been getting so many channels of messages. Jamaica in the house, come on. So I just think there's so many messages that is coming up, and the biggest message I'm getting is we need to heal together. And I had this conversation today with someone in ceremony I just held, Campbell, like an hour ago, and I said, it's a one thing to say we love ourselves alone, like I love myself and doing the affirmations and everything at home, but the reality is we're living this life with other people's energy around us, and it is based on a collective. We're all connected. So you can do as many affirmations, you can do as much shadow work, you can do as much healing as you want at home, but really, where people get to practice the healing that they've done is when you surround yourself with the people in your life, the relationships you have. And that's what I'm seeing more and more, and why I felt called to share. Toronto in the house. Hello. So I just want to share this deeply with you guys, that the intention, it doesn't matter. If you feel called to come to my retreat, awesome. If you feel called to someone else's, awesome. My biggest intention with this is to encourage you to heal and to bring community in the little area or space or city or town or wherever you are in the world. And that's the biggest thing. So I just want to share that with you. And I hope this brings a little light to your day. That's really what I'm calling it. Um, if you guys, this is your first time here and you're enjoying this vibe, you're enjoying this portal, you're enjoying this energy, I encourage you to follow me on YouTube and Instagram because this is the energy I bring and this is the energy of this community. And I love it. I just love, love, love it. And I'm so grateful for you guys. Um, so going back to what I talked about with us healing on our own and all of that, again, I've had so many conversations of people still going through transition. I recently was on this group the other day and someone was saying that their husband just lost their job and there's still things happening. Everyone has something they're going through right now is what I'm saying. And I think after the past 2 to 3 years of us going through shadow and shadow and shadow and shadow and shadow and shadow, it's like we are being called to just we need healing. We need support. We need community. That's what we need. And we don't have to do it alone. Right. And every time I do my own personal retreat, when I go do healing with other people, when I expand, when I do an initiation, I'm currently in the process. And I talked about this on Instagram. So I'm going to share it again here with you guys that I'm doing an initiation that I'm doing in Bali in April with my first original space holder teacher of wisdom that I've ever connected. It's like full circle, which is beautiful. And I'm in a completely different energy than when I was before. I just realized I was like, wow, there's so many mirrors and parts of me that is being mirrored when I get to connect with other people, including my teachers, including you guys, including my clients. Like it's every time it's like mirrored to you. And we have to think of when we do shadow work and healing, there are little fractures, like little I want to say fractures as pieces, like puzzle pieces of ourselves. And each part of those puzzle pieces allows us to be initiated to see that version in ourselves when we connect in relationship. So when we take that honor, we allow ourselves to heal. We are giving other people that we connect to or we interact with permission to heal if they choose to. Free will at the end of the day, right? So this is one of the biggest things I want to share. I'm just sharing. I'm reading your comments, guys, as they're coming in Instagram. Feel free to share if you just tuned in. Where are you tuning into? I'm reading on YouTube here because we're live on both. My friend just asked me to do kambo and a happy retreat with the magic mushrooms cold pledge. That's amazing. I'm not sure if you're going to be doing it, but that sounds it looks intense. So this is what I want. This is what I'm saying. I want to just share and bring education to just bring knowledge and wisdom. That's my intention the next 30, 40 minutes with you guys. Okay. So put your questions in the comments. Please do. Like, what are the fears? What are the things that are coming up? What do you think retreat? Just like put that all in because I want to be here to support and dedicate that energy to you guys. Okay. So let's just start with medicine retreats. Like, what is a medicine retreat? I've never been to one. If you haven't been to one, put a rainbow emoji in the comments because we're going to celebrate that. If you have been to one, put a mushroom emoji in the comments. And I just want to see, like, have you ever done a ceremony? Is that something that you've ever done? Have you sat with it? What was your experience? Like, if you feel called to share, obviously, I believe in sacred holding and you don't have to share everything. But if you want to share, you're more than welcome to. A medicine ceremony is when you sit with something from nature, right? Never. So you haven't sat with it. Beautiful. Welcome to the space. You sit with it. Okay, amazing. So it's when we sit with a spirit of a plant or something connected to nature. And what it does is it allows us to see versions of ourselves. And in that, we experience a healing while building a relationship with this medicine, right? At the end of the day, everyone is connected by nature, right? Cacao, beautiful. Cacao is a beautiful medicine. Dandelions is a beautiful medicine. Um, what else is a beautiful medicine? Raspberry leaf is a beautiful medicine. There's so many around us all year round, even in places where there's snow right now. And they're constantly interacting with us, whether we know it or not, which is insane, right? So I just really, really want to just bring you guys here. I'm going to pin your question here, Luke, so I don't forget it. Um, this is one of the biggest things, okay? So when you talk about a medicine retreat, when people think of retreats, they go somewhere, maybe you go somewhere warm, you get away from the kids because you know that at home you would not be able to do the healing, you get away from your partner, you get away from your world, you just want to go somewhere. But actually, a retreat is defined as retreating back to yourself in the deepest way with nothing around you to distract you. And in doing that, the deepest healing happens when you get home. So it's actually the opposite, which is really beautiful. And that's why when I do retreats, I spend a lot of my time integrating. And I hope that if you sit in a retreat with someone, someone is also, really taking that time to make sure that you're in that transition from retreat to home. Okay. And vice versa, from home to retreat. So, a medicine ceremony is being able to connect with the spirit from nature to allow you to heal all parts of you for your soul, your spirit, your body, and all elements. Okay. So, now that we know what a medicine retreat is, let's get into how do I know the medicine's good for me? Luke's question on YouTube is, how do you pick the right medicine? Which I think is an amazing question. Again, get these questions going, guys. How do you pick the right medicine? There are so many out there. There's madre medicine, there's mushrooms, there's kambo, there's bomensana, there's chiricsanango. There's so many beautiful medicines in this world. There's rape, hepe. There's so many. So how do I know which one's best for me? Usually how it works, and I'm going to share a little story because I think this is going to resonate with you guys. Before I even started with kambo or anything, this frog started to connect with me. I started finding online like videos randomly, and I didn't even look for it about frog medicine. I started having conversations with people and them saying about the frog medicine. I would go for a walk and it was fall time, and you would think that they would be hibernating with their, getting ready for the next season, and the frog would hop on my foot. So there's ways that the universe speaks to us as we see in the same way with these medicines. They kind of introduce themselves, and they can do that through people. They can do that through always constantly seeing it. They can do that through dream. They can do that in so many levels. So it's all about intuitively connecting with, does this feel good to me? Right? I'm going to be honest, as a kambo space holder and a space holder of other medicines, not all the medicines that are held is for everyone. There have been people who've been applying to the retreats so far, and I'm not receiving or accepting every single person. The reason why is because if it's not meant for you, it is more important for me to make sure that it is in alignment for the space to be held for you so you can get the most. I don't want you walking away from the retreat, and I would hope other spaces as well, walking away from the retreat feeling more confused, right? Hey, more and more confused. We don't want that, right? We want you to feel grounded. We want you to feel healing. They want you to feel like this, like coming to union of some part of you, or understanding or loving or whatever that you need at the time. So that's kind of more about it. So, like, number one is intuitively. Does it feel good when you read about this medicine, when you hear about this medicine? Are you getting signs about this medicine? Is it coming and speaking to you in different ways, right? Maybe you look up the medicine and all the things it supports actually helps you, right? For me, that was the biggest thing. Hey, Steph, that was the biggest thing for me. So for kambo, it was like my endometriosis, it was the cyst, it was the hormonal imbalance issues, it was the candida, it was the ulcer. I was like, I had so many fingers of how many things that kambo could support me. And it was so funny because I was rejecting it. But then after a while, I was like, wait a minute, I'm rejecting a part of me that wants to heal. So, look and see, what does this medicine support me with? And is that something that feels good to me intuitively? And if it does, well, then maybe that is an area that you can explore and go deeper with that curiosity, right? So again, the biggest way to select, how do you pick the right medicine, which I think is a great question. And again, guys, bring more questions, YouTube and Instagram, more questions in the comments about retreats or in general. I'm here to support. Like, this is just to inspire you that 2023, I will heal in a community. It doesn't have to be the community here. It can be in any way. I just want to inspire you through that. The second thing about retreats and medicine retreats is knowing that timing, divine timing. And this happens too. As I've been reading some of the applications and some of the people that have been interested in the retreats, it's like, ooh, this is a great medicine for you, but maybe you're not ready just yet. I've had some people who've attended my retreat or wanted to attend my retreat last year, and they're reapplying this year because they're ready. And It's not that the medicine doesn't want to work with you. It's just like maybe there's some more work that you can do on your own, or maybe there's some other medicine, or maybe there's some other modality, or maybe there's something else you need to self initiate yourself with to heal before you step into that space and to be able to fully embrace and fully feel fulfilled with the medicine and what it has for you. That happens time to time again. It's happened to me. And then there's others that I'm not meant to sit within this lifetime, you know? So that's the biggest one I would say is like, how do you pick the medicine? I hope that supports you. A question from Michael. So I'm going to pin this question so everyone can see it. 1 second. Let me unpin this. And guys, put more questions. How are you feeling? Like, where are you at? Have you been to, for those who just jumped in, have you been to a medicine retreat before? Have you not? Have you been curious? Like, I'm really curious to see. Okay, so Michael or Michelle, let me know if it's Michael or Michelle, just mentioned and asked, would kambo support chronic pain and PTSD? 100%. 100%. I was just talking to a brother of mine in the community, and he was saying that he is really to wanting to be supporting veterans, and that's a huge thing right now because I think, like I mentioned, the last few years has been a lot for a lot of us. We've gone through a lot of deep shadow, right? And in doing that, it's like, what's the aftermath of that? Like, we have to now, it's like getting out of survival mode, and now it's time to get back into the rhythm of everything, right? And a lot of people are still trying to get the rhythm of getting their body and their spirit and their soul back to balance after the collective energy. So the biggest thing I would say is chronic pain and PTSD. Yes, kambo has supported me a lot with that, along with other medicines. But I will say, yes, 100% kambo helps with physical elements a lot. It can be very physical. Like, it shows you physically where you need to sit and heal and be with your body, be with your spirit. So if you have anything like diabetes, if you have hormonal issues, PTSD, chronic pain, fibromyalgia, endometriosis, PCOS, Lyme's disease, HIV, cancer, like, I can go on. There's so many things that this medicine can support and help you with if you are looking for something and it feels good to you. But yes, just think about it. Like I always say in every video, multiple videos, I'm going to say it here again. Your body whispers before it screams. And when these chronic pains or diseases come up, right? It is your body like screaming to you, hey, hello, like we can't take any more pain. We need support. We need help. Okay. So I just want to share that with you guys. And I hope that supports with you, Michelle or Michael. I hope I pronounced your name properly. And Instagram, let me know. You guys are quiet over here. YouTube's going hard. So if you have any questions, please, please, please let me know. Let's see what else do we have here. I've been seeing birds and I wonder what that could mean. So it depends on like what you're thinking about. Birds are such, is it air element? Air is heart. What else is coming up? Birds. It depends what type of bird you're seeing. So again, just like that's also another thing. If you see a totem, if you see an animal as we're talking, or when you're thinking of one, that could be a sign also for you to connect and see what it means spiritually and take what, if you will, whatever intuitively aligns with you. Okay. So Michelle Michaels was saying about how about Hape? So I'm going to talk about Hape and then I'm going to talk about Sananga. So these are the medicines I work with at my retreat. I work with kambo as one of them, and Hape and Sananga. I love how you guys are just asking the right questions and it's flowing. This is the conversation. I'm like, let's flow it. So Hape is a shamanic snuff. It is sacred tobacco. Tobacco, ironically enough, was one of my first medicines that I got initiated with without knowing that was the start of my path as a medicine woman. So this medicine's beautiful. It's great for clearing, protecting energy, but when used as a shamanic snuff, so it is ingested through the nose, helps balance the pineal gland as well as your brain and your chakras on both sides, the right and the left. So right being the masculine, left being the feminine. And as far as kambo, when you work with Hape as a medicine during this this period of time through the ceremony, it can really help you just kind of bring in those last messages and integration, or clear and cleanse any energy that what you weren't able to clear and cleanse during the process. And it's very powerful. So I actually serve hepe during the ceremonies, which is really great. And I serve it as one of the medicines that you get to build this beautiful relationship with throughout the time together, throughout the week together in the retreats. So it's really, really, really awesome. Okay. What else? Sananga. Sananga is also great for pineal gland. It's eye drops. I know they feel like pepper for those who've sat with it, so I'm going to share this. But it's amazing for eye health. It helps heal the eyes. Like, I've had someone come to my retreat, guys. They had what was it? An eye surgery, as well as they were wearing glasses. By day 3, they were like, I think my glasses are too strong for me. So these medicines, again, and when we go back to nature, it can really support us when we need it. It's so supportive for us. And that is the intention of these weeks. It's like, through the intention of what we have, we're also healing our bodies, and we're giving it permission to fully like surrender and be held and be nurtured, and be like, we even get organic food, vegan food throughout the week. Like, you are going to be taken care of. That is the intention, to be taken care of through your commitment of wanting to take care of yourself. It's two ways, coexistence, right? I'm just a door opener, but these medicines will take and help support you if you choose to surrender into it, right? It's also amazing, like I said, for resented anger. It's just beautiful, and it's also very grounding. It's a great intention setter, tension setter. I was just talking about that in my ceremony today. So, like, usually I use it through ceremony to really help you get into and introduce you to the ceremony. So that's like a little Cole's notes of what these medicines are, but I can go so much deeper. But at least that gives you more of an idea. So let me know how you're feeling with the more of the ideas of the medicines and just knowing more about it. Okay, so I'm getting tested for autoimmune, endo. Oh my gosh, Cambo's great for that. Soon, my body is screaming for support. Thank you for your wisdom and your healing medicine. Thank you for being here. So yeah, if you are, like, I will say from my experience on a physical element, from fainting all the time to collapsing randomly, from feeling paralyzed in my legs randomly throughout the day, and being on the other side of that through healing, through Cambo, it has definitely supported me. And I was on so many different things. They were suggesting so many things, and I felt like there was no way for my body to heal. Like, it got to a point where I thought, my body will never heal. Like, there's something wrong with me. That was the point that I was getting to, because I felt like everything wasn't working for me. So again, the beautiful thing about a medicine ceremony is, like, you are understanding how things are so connected deeper. And from my experience, and when we talk about endo, I'm going to just say about endo specifically, is a representation of shame of being a woman. Endometriosis, PCOS, is the manifestation of shame of being a woman from your lineage. Like, we're talking ancestral. We're talking like the first primal part, like the first women of your lineage that birthed humans and beings into this earth and beyond. So when I understood that, I was like, wow. And it just made me understand so many parts of me that I suppressed, and my body couldn't take it anymore. My spirit couldn't take it anymore. My soul couldn't take it anymore. And it was like, we're done. Like, we are done with this. So yeah, that's my thoughts for you, Luke, on what to share. All those who just jumped in, we're just talking about like medicines retreat, and just hoping for you. The intention of this call is to provide you encouragement to heal with community, whether it's me or anyone or whatever, just for you to heal and support with community. Okay. Let's see. Been hearing a lot about Madre retreats. So that's a whole other thing that I'm going to share a little bit more about later. But yeah, that is definitely a medicine that I've sat with, and it's so beautiful. It's such a powerful medicine. Um, it has helped me in so many layers. And again, this is a whole video on its own. But yes, those retreats are amazing to do if it feels aligned. I'm vegan. Amazing. Yes, the retreats, we do have vegan food. The last day, sometimes I do serve like fish, no bottom feeders because they're low energy, but fish if people are pescatarian, or they Can't eat fish, but it's mainly vegan food. Everything is vegan, so that's an organic. I needed this today. You're such a play. Oh, I'm so happy. Okay. Let me see. Okay, I'm gonna pin your question up here. We're on YouTube and we're also on Instagram, so I'm guiding here. So Michelle says that do you have to do kambo more than once to heal? So it really depends. Like if we're talking autoimmune, yes. And there's many options for that and depending on what it is. And another great thing too is as you go to the retreats, especially with my retreats, what I do is I actually give you things to support you in integration. So I'll send you through feedback of like, oh, this plant wants to work with you. You can work with this plant this way as you go home. So you are able to feel supported and still continue the healing process and the maintaining process at home. So I'm really big on integration. You get like a week's support of email support. You get a video call powwow like a month after of us all the people that you went to the retreat with and yourself holding space for you and just really sharing your process because so much unveils once you get back home, all of that. But to answer your question, yes, some people they do one candle ceremony and they are fulfilled. It just depends what are you healing, right? Some people they do it multiple times and it's going to take them some time. So you just have to it's a person by person case is what I want to say. And it really depends on what you are tackling with this medicine. Like, what is your intention with this medicine? I think is a better way to explain it. So I hope this supports you and answers your question. Thank you, Michelle, for your question. Um, any other questions? Let's see. My legs are so weak and I feel like it's endo. So I feel good to know that there is coming back from this. Yes. So what I would highly, highly suggest you is go apply to my goddess retreat. It is all sacral womb work and very, very powerful. And I think it'd be supportive for you. And I'm going to go into the retreats, but that's coming up for me. So if it resonates with you, go check it out, read it. If there's another retreat that resonates with you, go with that. But I'm definitely feeling like that is going to be powerful. I do serve kambo more than once and other medicines more than once during the retreat. So it's like a full medicine retreat. Okay, other questions. Hey, everyone on Instagram, sending you some love. Any questions, let me know about retreats or anything in general or medicines. So Campo, LOL, love hate relationship, beautiful medicine. Yes, there's this meme that went around that's like when you do Campo, you're excited, and then when you're in the ceremony, you get nervous, and then you're doing the Campo, you're like, oh my gosh, why did I do this? And at the end, you're like, I feel amazing. And then 2 weeks later, you're like, I think I'm gonna do it again. So it's like this process where like, which is life, right? At the end of the day, we there's ebbs and flows, and that is life. And we just forget that sometimes we're like, oh, we have to feel amazing all the time. But it's like, why can't we feel amazing and also just like hate where we're at too and allow that shadow to come out and then also love that at the same time? So yeah, there's a lot of embodiment that happens in these retreats, and that's encouraged. This is great information. Yay. I need a retreat and would love to book with you. Yeah, so just like I said down below, Instagram, I'm going to post it in my story. YouTube, you guys can go down below in the description. There is the application form. You can press the website, go through and read each one, see what feels good to you. Whatever feels good, you can then press apply. And when you apply, fill out the form, be intuitive with it, see what feels good. And then from there, I'll look at your application. If it's a good fit, I'll reach out to you. So, yeah, any other questions? Keep them coming about retreats, about healing and community, like anything, medicines. Please keep them going. You guys still have like about 20 minutes with me. Have gotten good results with cyber. Oh, amazing. And endo participants needing to release trauma and blockages and may associated. So here's my thing. Every medicine is like almost like each medicine has an intention to support us with, right? So we have like one medicine that's really great for supporting you on your physical. We have one medicine that's really great for rewiring the brain. We have one medicine that's really great for the energetics and emotional, right? So every medicine supports us in a different way. And I find, depending on what people's experiences are, and the beautiful thing about, especially like, I won't speak on all retreats, but the retreats I've created here, is that you are getting to connect with various medicines for a different intention. So, for example, I've had people who've gone through physical trauma and they have energetically removed the association of the experience, but on a physical level they're still getting the shakes, they're still, their womb or their sacral center feels unsafe with their partner, or all those things. So that's why I'm saying it's so important for us to have different layers, those different layers of healing. And when we go into these portals and we're being able to access such deep, deep, profound healing, and a lot of it sometimes doesn't even make sense to the human, and that is okay. It is important to leave all of them, and it's, everything's connected, right? So I definitely I will vouch that yes, mushrooms are beautiful to support you with, and I find it's really good for giving you the why. It's good, it's great for giving you the understanding of the why. But as far as physical, I'm speaking from my experience and from at least the people I've served so far. I've noticed with kambo, it really helps reset the nervous system. It really helps support on a physical element. And sometimes, and very often, I find a lot of people, I end up doing like a various spiritual experiences, such as a past life regression or a soul retrieval during the kambo experience as well. So just wanted to put that out there, share that to you guys. Let me know if what lands, what resonates, what's coming up for that share. Um, any other questions you guys have? Toronto in the house. Hello, Tamika. Any other questions about medicine? Whatnot before I go into just really what each one is, because I haven't got to talk too much about it. But we're gonna do a retreat shop with me slash like hang out slash chill thing with me, so you guys can all connect. Okay. So get the questions, keep the questions going. I'm gonna go into just the intention of the retreats. Do you know what is the best food in the meantime for endo? Inflammatory stuff is not good. Milk stuff, not good for endo. So anything with inflammation, I would say stay away from it. Who is kambo not for me? So kambo is not for anyone who are the following. So I like to call them hard nose and gray areas. Okay. So for this is great questions. I love how you guys are asking all this. So let's go with hard nose. So the hard nose are people who are pregnant. We do not serve kambo to them. People who are breastfeeding is a gray area. And the reason why is because when kambo goes into the body, it actually removes all the toxins from the body, and it like extracts and detoxes through the lymphatic system. Now, when we look at breastfeeding, when you're breastfeeding, a lot of the circulation and like just the way the body moves works with the lymphatic system. So if kambo is pulling out toxins, it's also going to pull out the milk production. And also, it's going to be another way of purging is through the breast milk. So usually I always like to, depending on the mother, like if they're still breastfeeding, I always let them know, hey, just a heads up, if you're still breastfeeding, you will not have supply for your baby. And if that's something you're okay with on formula, or they stopped breastfeeding, then that's fine. You can still serve them. Or if it's after postpartum and they're in a space where they're ready to heal, they can then sit with medicine. Another hard one is if they're on SRIN medication. So those are any psychological time release medication or any time release in general. Now, this is a gray area as well. It depends, right? Some people, depending on the medication, you can wean off of it. And this is where I'm telling you, this is very important for me. When I sit with someone, the process of choosing someone to sit with a retreat in the space is getting them to fill out a form. Once they fill out a form, I have to go over it and see what their history is, like where are they at mentally, where are they at their journey. And then from there, we go into like, how long have you been taking this medication and how much of the medication are you taking, right? So all these things are things that need to be discussed beforehand. And again, a lot of people, I actually had a participant who was on like over 10 medications, and they reduced it to 70%. They didn't need 70% of their meds after the kambo ceremony retreat. So again, we're resetting the body, we're resetting the spirit, we're resetting on all levels. And then our body, we get to build a new relationship with our body when we are healed. So those are kind of the ones. Epilepsy is also a contradiction, and schizophrenia. Bipolar is also can be a contradiction depending on if it's in the family or like those are all things, but those are the people that it's not for. Okay. Anything else like anyone has is a great area. I would even say like depression, anxiety, because it does support depression and anxiety majorly. Like this has helped me a lot with that as well, and addiction as well. So all those things, kambo is amazing for that. Like it is amazing for that. So that is everything as far as like who it's for and who it's not for. Are the medicines included in the price of the retreat? 100%. So let's go into what the retreats include. So all my retreats, I have 4 that are out for you guys, and I'm going to go over each one so you can get more of an intention feel and tune into it. I feel like I need water, but I don't have water around me. So um, give me a second. I'll get some water. Actually, let me get some water. Give me a second, guys, because my throat is itching me. Give me a sec. Okay. I've been talking 5 miles a minute and okay, my throat feels much less. Okay, so your question was, let me pin it because I know. And if you guys have more questions who are jumping in, please put them in the chat. I want to answer. Okay, so are the medicines included in the price? Yes, 100%. So what's included in all my retreats is accommodation, food, medicine ceremonies, breath work, kambo. What else? Workshops, ancestral healing, constellation therapy. There's so much that's included, and all the other tools that I bring in. So essentially, what's not included, which is easier to answer, is transportation. So everything else is included. The only thing is transportation. And usually for most retreats, I have a 1-day free day for people that just like chill and take it easy, integrate, and it's usually around the end, or to go check out the area that we have the retreat at. So those are the things that are included for the retreat. Now, you guys are probably, some of you who are new here or maybe just like curious, you're like, okay, Shika, like tell me more, what are these retreats? So there's a few of them that are coming up. I'm going to talk about them, and as I'm speaking about it, just see what you're feeling. Okay, I'm just going to share with you guys. Inner child healing. So this is one of the biggest things when people do shadow work and healing. The biggest place that I always go back to is the younger self. And it wasn't until I started doing inner child healing and understanding more about myself from a young child why my adult self acts the way it does. Between the ages of like when you are conceived in the womb all the way to the age of 13, your chakra system is created. And what that means is there are different stages where your chakras create itself, right? So, for example, your throat chakra is developed at the age of 8, age 8 to probably 10 years old, which means how you communicate to the world, how the world sees you. Like those things are all part of of your chakras. So the magic retreat is happening in March, and it's a beautiful 6-day retreat that's happening in Canada. Now, what part of Canada? It is happening in Outaouais in Quebec, and Quebec is the province. And here we're really going to be tuning into the magic of the inner child. But before we get to that magic, we want to understand our inner child and allow them to have a free space to express the parts of them that were not able to be expressed, right? So, how did your parents play a role of the character, the personality your inner child is? Was there one version of yourself as a child with your mom, with your dad, with your teacher, with your friends? And how did that, all those things, build and make you who you are today? right? We're going to bring playfulness. We're going to bring sound. We're going to have ecstatic dancing. We're going to be doing kambo. We're going to have cacao and other medicines as well. And we're really just really getting to connect with each other and being playful with the energy of the inner child and the magic, finding that magic, that light of magic in the inner child and embracing it so you can continue to embrace it as you go home. So that's the intention of the inner child. So if you feel like your inner child is wanting some love this year and they're like, yes, I need this, then this is going to be supportive for you. I'm going to answer the other questions on mushrooms in a second. The other one is the divine masculine. I want every single person on here, please, 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 if you know a masculine that is on this venture and maybe needs a little push, maybe needs a little, if you have a partner, a husband, if you have a brother, if you know someone who is going through it and needs some light, or maybe is open to healing, or maybe it's you who's watching this, the divine masculine, we invite you into this space. Now, let me tell you guys, last year when I was in Costa Rica, I had so many divine masculine spirits connecting with me saying, Shika, we need some love, but we're a little scared. And I was like, that's okay. Fear, we welcome that. So I want to, the way I see this is this creation space of the masculine, and it has nothing to do with gender. It doesn't matter if you just resonate with masculine, divine masculine, then go for this space. But I am calling the divine masculine of the collective and holding a space for them to heal. And this is happening in June. And this is a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful retreat that is happening. And we are opening up, heart work, number one. How does the divine masculine close off their heart? Why are they closing off their heart? There's so much heart expansion that's happening more and more. And we need the masculine to step up. It's beautiful that we have the embodiment and the divine feminine embracing and expanding, but honestly, we can't do it alone. There's no reason why we should be healing separately. We should be all healing together. And that's why I said that if we're healing at home on our own, we don't know what we've healed and we don't know how to move through life, slither through life, if we are just in our home and that's the only person that we get the feedback, the healing, the triggers, and everything from. When we isolate and hermit, that's great to do when you're integrating, but to a point where we protect our new version of ourselves, or we protect that version of ourselves in whatever frequency we are in, eventually that can be a little bit draining, and we need that interaction. Even if you're an introvert, like, we need some human interaction to survive in this world. So another thing with the Divine Masculine retreat is we're focusing on what are the burdens that the Divine Masculine holds. Also honoring truth in Divine Masculine. So, for example, what are some things that you did not do that? What are some things that you've done with your past partners that were not divine? And stepping up to the truth and sharing that to bring forgiveness for yourself and for that other person. Maybe you grew up seeing your father or seeing a masculine figure be abusive to someone at home. And then that made you more aggressive, more angry. And then that's the same way you treated the people around you. We're talking about a sacred space for masculine to express the way that they've hurt others and felt hurt, but also for allow them to stand up and be in divine and give them permission to be as they should, and that permission is from themselves. It's from me, it's from themselves. So I am so lit up with this. This was happening in June. It's also during all my retreats. I don't know if I mentioned this, is during full moons and new moons. So we work with the moon, of course. I do all my retreats with the moon cycle. So I believe this one's with a full moon. So it's perfect for you guys. It's like, it's going to be amazing. It's very emotional. That was why I put it in June. It's about opening the heart, getting vulnerable with your emotions, really getting the grandmother moon to support you with that and allow you to step on, this divine energy, this sacred open heart, this feeling of I am here and I am ready to be in my divine masculine. I am ready to hold myself and hold the space for those that I can be that leader, be that initiating, follow the initiation of the feminine. That is what we're talking about here. Yes, 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 yes. I would love to see you be there this year. Spots are filling up though. I do small retreats, I don't do big ones. So like I said, if you feel that nudge, do it. There are payment plans. Don't worry, we got you. So the earlier you show interest, the earlier you apply, the better we can work out something to manage and support you. Okay. Now, the third retreat we have is the activated goddess. If you resonate with Kundalini, tantric, working with the womb, working with the sacral, working with the yoni, doing healing with embodying your feminine archetype energy, your priestess energy, this is the retreat for you. We are doing all things from Kundalini breathwork, Shakti breathwork. We're going to be doing kambo and working with, the womb, working with opening the womb, we're opening the sacral, embodying that. If you have felt shame to be in pleasure or to receive pleasure, or you have faked your pleasure, then this is a space where you get to explore that. This is also a space of creation, what you want to manifest and create in your life. How are you going to bring it in and bring it in so effortlessly? These are all the things, stepping into that abundant, divine, feminine energy. So we're getting that right after the masculine, which is beautiful. We'll be doing a lot of things such as, working with the yoni, working with the womb, working with yoni eggs. We'll be also working with exercises of breath and sound. We'll be doing group activities as well in this space. So again, this is just really a beautiful space for you to really unlock the feminine. And if this is something that you resonate with, and again, this is a space for you. And I'm really, really excited for this one. This one last year was the first retreat to fill up, and it's again the first retreat filling up. So, again, if you're interested in that and you want to have a better and deeper relationship, and a deeper understanding with your womb, a deeper understanding with your Shakti energy, with your Kundalini, then this is the retreat for you, but also seeing the divine feminine and the divine feminine shadow as well, the dark feminine shadow, the parts of us that we have pushed down into the earth, and allowing them to fully be embraced. Whew, that one I really felt. So that is the one that's happening in August. And that one I believe is happening the week of the 14th, and it's a week long. So beautiful. This one's going to be in Portugal, in a beautiful 1 hour away from Lisbon in the mountains. I've already got the guys, the place is phenomenal. Like, I found this place a year before actually creating this retreat this year. So I found it like last year's winter around this time. And I was like, oh my God, this is the place. If I do a goddess, it has to be here. And we're going to be getting Mary Magdalene codes in that area because it's close to Sintra. It's going to be mucho, mucho, mucho bon. It'll be like amazing. Okay. So if you are interested, I highly suggest you apply to that divine Shakti. Like, it is going to be so liberating. And yeah, that's like the one for that one. And the last one I have for you guys is the Untold stories. And this one is a portal that I can't even explain. So the Untold stories is this it is a retreat of connecting your ancestors. We are going as far back as your soul and the souls of your lineage is willing to go back, and we are healing karmic wounds. We are healing and understanding the stories that your family never told you, the questions and things. And I can resonate with this a lot. I had a lot of questions, but I never had a lot of answers. And I will tell you this, you do not need to talk to the human to find it. You can activate that into your soul through the healing. It is insane, like insane. So I've had miraculous experiences. We just had one last year, guys, and we had a participant go back to almost 15 generations back to the beginning of their lineage and cleared out something that they did not understand for years. And they told me at the end of the retreat, if I only knew a fraction of what I went through this week, I would have saved a lot of money and time. And I said, maybe you needed to go through that experience to be here, right? To find out that those things weren't working. So we're going into constellation therapy. We go into the field of constellation therapy and healing. There's kambo, there's other medicines, there's cacao. We do deep quests with the lands. Like, It's so powerful, and it's very shamanic in this space as well. So those are the retreats that are still open right now. Let me know what you guys are feeling. How are you feeling with those retreats? I'm reading your comments on YouTube and on Instagram. Like, what are your questions? So my brother needs this retreat. Yes, send it to him if it feels like it resonates. Would you recommend both if you feel called to both? So I actually had this question from someone. Someone recently applied to 2 retreats, and I was like, hey, like, did you want one or the other? And they're like, no, I want to go to both. So if you feel called to go to both, for sure, what I'm going to do is when I see your application, I'll sit. And what my process is when I read your applications, I sit with your spirit and I really see and I tune in and I have like this little circle with your spirit guides, my spirit guides, and your soul. And we talk about it. And we just say, hey, like, what are your intentions? Like, what are you calling in right now? And from there, I will suggest. And that's the same way the other way, where if I notice that someone applies to a retreat and based on their intention, I feel like they might be more fulfilled, for example, the magic retreat, I will let you know, hey, how do you feel about the magic retreat? And this is why I feel like this would be a better place for you to do some healing right now. And, things can change. But obviously, yeah, if you want to do both or two, like, there's no limit of retreats. I do say that I usually like to have small retreats. So it usually averages from like 6 to 8 people. I think the goddess retreat will probably be 10 because that's the number that's coming up, like around that 8 to 10 people. But there's small, intimate retreats. And again, they're filling up really quickly. So if you are interested, apply ASAP. And the sooner you apply, the better that you're in a better position to make it work and make it happen. Earlier, the better. What other questions? Wow, you have some great retreats. Yeah, they're so exciting. I'm so excited. This is what I'm devoted to doing this year, healing up every area of my life. Yeah, and I also want to, tudo bem? Tua portuguesa. Oh, beautiful. Yeah, I spent some time in Brazil. I lived there for a bit, for those who don't know. So for what, let me see, devoted to healing. So one of the biggest things I want to share with you guys, and this is for general, when going to a retreat, how can I, like, expectation? And I see this conversation with every person. I'm going to share it with you here. You have an intention, and I ask that on the application, but be open that that intention will change completely. And the reason why I say this is because a lot of the times we have these expectations that a retreat should be XYZ or it should be this way. And then we actually block ourselves to being open to seeing something else, right? Time and time again, 9 out of 10 people who go to my retreats by day 3 and 4 or around the mid part, they're like, oh my gosh, Shika, my intention completely changed from when I got here. And I said, that's great. That means you're evolving, you're shifting, and you are now open to something bigger. You are now open to something that is going to expand you deeper. And that's what I hope. That's what I truly hope for you, is to allow yourself to evolve a little bit, a little bit, a little bit throughout the days, and to continue that growth and that evolution throughout your time of integration, the months to come and the years to come. So remember that healing is eternal, right? So we're not here to heal everything, because if we had to heal everything, our human would be like, okay, we're done. Soul, let's go rest for a little bit and wait till we get some more lessons that we need to work on based on the new earth that is being created. Right? So again, just really encouraging you to be open-minded, come with an open heart, have an intention to get you on the launching pad. And if you have no intention, you're just like, Shika, I feel called to this retreat. Amazing. That means there's something waiting for you on the other side and you don't even need to know. And you can express that on your application, and that's fine. But again, just being really intentional is really big. Intention's big with anything in life, not just retreats, but us living. So that's huge. My parents are from Madeira. Oh, amazing. Yeah, I went to Lisboa, Porto, Faro, I think, yeah, Faro. And then I also went to, I forgot the other city, but yeah. And then I was in Brazil. I went to Rio de Janeiro, Sao Paulo. I want to go to Bahia next time I go. So yeah, I love Brazil. I'm hoping 2024 will be the year, guys, that I do Brazil. Who knows? Maybe a retreat there one day. But Brazil is a place that I have had at least 2 lifetimes there, and I love it. I love it, love it. I love the culture. I love the language. I love the people. And there's so much. It feels like there's something there. Like there's like my soul's been here many times, and I love it. So that's me. Any other questions you guys have about retreats? Again, is the intention here is really just to inspire you. Again, all the new people that are just jumping on, to inspire you to go into community and heal. It doesn't have to be my retreats. It can be anywhere. My intention through this call with you is just really just to like chat with you and just connect, but then also be like, hey, like maybe I should get out of my bubble, and maybe I should just like take the leap and, just put the intention out there to find community and bring community to me to support and hold me and give me a different perspective of who I am and allow me to expand more and beyond. Because they always say your environment is what dictates your expansion. Your environment is what dictates how much you grow and shift and see yourself as you shift. You will do Brazil? Yes, I will. I love it. I miss it there. I've been there 3 times and I love it. Colombia as well. I love Colombia. I love Cartagena. I love Medellin. I love all the places. Me gusta todos. So I love it all. I'm going to claim that for me 100%. Any other questions you guys have? Instagram, you're so quiet. Let me know what you guys are feeling. But YouTube, any questions? How are you feeling? Like with just like community and wanting to heal with community? Like, are you excited? Are you inspired? Are you like, I don't know, maybe this isn't my time. Maybe later will be my time. Like, wherever you are, just allowing yourself to embrace it. And maybe even this conversation will start to bring some things up. And that is cool. That is totally fine. So those are my retreats. I'm trying to think if there's any other common questions I'm thinking of. I'm feeling like it's divine timing. Amazing. Oh, the process for application. So I'm just going to go over it. Go to the link down below in the description. Instagram, I'll post it for you. Down below, you will see a description. It'll bring you to my website. Don't mind my non-updated website. We're working on that. I haven't had a website for like years updated. And now I'm like, okay, maybe I should start like putting it all in one place because there's a lot of things. So I'm working with people with that. So anyways, go to the website, look down the website, tune in, breathe. Oh, okay, this is the retreat. Is this for me? I don't know. Is this for me? I don't know. When you found the one for you, okay, I think this might be the one. Press apply and you will be brought to a Google form. Fill out the form as much as possible. Some people have been sending applications and they haven't been sending much. I will not accept it. Like, I'm going to be straightforward. That's a boundary for me. If you are not filling them out to the best of your ability, I will not accept it. And I cannot accept you to the retreat. And the reason why is because everything is intentional. The moment you have this conversation here and everything, like, the retreat is intentional, and I want to make sure that you are intentional for yourself with the retreat. And that comes with what you were sharing through the application. And again, if you don't share from your heart and you're just kind of just applying because you're desperate for help, you're desperate from healing, you're desperate from where you are, then is that intentional, or are you seeking for support and help from your heart? That's one thing I look for in the application to make sure it's fair to you as much as it is fair to the space and the people going. Most important, fair to you, right? Once you've done that, I will send you an email, and the email, if you are selected, will give you 3 things that I need for you to go on the retreat. The next part is we have an information call, which is usually about a month before the retreat. And I go over how to prepare for it, what to bring, what to expect, what the space is like, how to get there. Like, I will support you, what airport to fly in. Like, we will support you with all of that and answer any questions you have. I'm also going to go over kambo, like what is kambo. I'll go over what to expect with it, like all the things, all the things. So I hope that gives you more of an idea. I'm just answering questions. I'm still watching your how to open your third eye on amazing. I hope it's helpful for you, Joel. I feel like the universe is sending me a clear message to do this Cambo, Happy and Cybison. I have a little apprehension, and then I came to your live. Oh, yay! I'm so happy. I just hope that it supports you in whatever way it needs to. And again, these medicines are so beautiful. And every retreat, I work more heavily with a different medicine to support the intention and where that medicine wants to support you. So again, and sometimes they change. They really do change throughout the process, and that's really beautiful as well. So I'm really excited. I am so excited to hold you guys again. Divine masculine, show up. I want to see you in June. I'm going to be forward with you. Come on, do the healing community. We can't just do it with the divine feminine. We can't just do it alone. We need masculine more than it, more like you don't need to suffer. You don't need to struggle. You don't need to hold the weight of the world. We are done with that. It's time to allow yourself to heal and be in that divine masculine. Same with the feminine. We need you to have that holding, to feel supported, and to allow yourself to be seen as well. And the inner child that is wanting to step forward and might be hiding, and might be nervous, and might be like, I don't know if I don't, that's okay. Fear is a space where we can explore, our edges and our resistance, and the opportunity to fully embrace all of it is really what it comes down to. Okay. My friend asked me to come with her to this retreat in April. Oh, that's amazing. Yeah, whatever. Like again, if it feels good, do it. Like this is the year for retreats, guys. This is the year for retreats. I know I'm being holding myself in two very beautiful spaces, and I'm encouraging you guys to do the same. It helped me open my third eye and working hard on it. Amazing. Any other questions before I end the live? Any questions about retreats, healing and community, support? I'm trying to think if there's anything else I needed to tell you guys. I feel like those are majority of the things. Oh, integration. You do get integration support after. So you get a week of support with me that's included in the cost of everything. And you also get a full session with us all together, everyone that you attended the retreat with, which honestly, by the end of the retreat, you become so close with these people. You become a family, and it's so beautiful. And that's why I make them so intimate, and I don't make them huge retreats, is because I really love the vibe of people being able to connect and really just getting to have those deep conversations with every single person on the retreat, and just seeing how they mirror a piece of you, and how you are also mirroring a piece of them, and you're helping each other heal. It's so beautiful. So that is it, guys. That's all for all things that I wanted to go over and just like share with you guys. I want to know, how are you feeling? How are you feeling with just everything I shared? Apply down below. Like if you're feeling it, you're feeling this like, I don't know, Chica, something changed, something shifted, apply down below. Let me know if you have any questions. You can contact me at Shika_Chica on Instagram. And you can also contact me through my email if you have any questions, but fill out the form as soon as possible because, like I said, spots are filling up. And feel free to share this with anyone who's been curious about attending a retreat and just wants more information on it. Like, this is going to support them. And I hope that this year is the year of community for you. I hope that you go out of your box and you go and check out a community and just put yourself out there and say, my intention, it will come to me if it feels aligned, and it will. And just really healing with that. So I love you so much. Don't forget to like the video. It helps a lot. Subscribe, put notification bells, and I hope to see you in the medicine retreat. I love you so much. Bye.